WOVU LP Cleveland.
Stand up.
Issues out of black and white. Let's concentrate on right and wrong.
And now, our voices today.
Why are we led by our pride?
Good hello, and welcome to Our Voices Today on WOVU 95.9 FM, Burton Bell Car Community Radio, streaming live from WOVU.org and the WOVU mobile app. Shout out to our friends on the International Space Station, and I bet those people who went up in space with the Elon Musk people, SpaceX, shout out to them as well, because they're listening. They have the WOVU mobile app on their spaceship interface. I know it's there because they want to be able to tap in to what is going on right here in Cleveland, Ohio, 24/7, 80,000 days a week. I know there's only 7 days a week, but yeah, times have changed. It feels like we are cramming more and more and more into each and every day, despite, that brief, beautiful slowdown that we had with the shutdowns of COVID-19 early in 2020. I know, like, it wasn't beautiful for everybody, but I'm a turtle in this world of tortoises and hares. I'm the tortoise, so I like to take it easy and slow. But such is that we have to get up and stand up for our lives. And I'm so excited to have the guest that we have on the show today, someone from an organization that is really important and integral to helping people get legal services, at low cost or perhaps no cost. We're going to find that out. So we have someone from the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland on the line, Mr. Danilo Powell Lima. He is the Development and Communications Assistant for the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland. And so we'll be talking to him in just a few minutes, but I just wanted to wrap to our audience. How are you feeling after we have, after we have glided into a brand new presidency, the 46th president of the United States we have in the White House right now. He woke up, as president. That must be something else. And how crazy it is to have someone, not crazy, but it hasn't happened in my lifetime yet until yesterday that that's not true. Because one of the older George Bush was Ronald Reagan's vice president. Let me not get lost in the weeds of the facts of presidencies. I'm just excited that we have woken up into a new era of American politics and hopefully better policies, better far-reaching policies that and laws and legislation that benefit the entire swath of the American populace. I hope we see that change. Some of the items that came up during our discussion yesterday, prior to the inauguration was, prison reform. We have Kamala Harris, who was a former prosecutor and an attorney. And, she got a lot of flack for her performance while, being the Attorney General of California in terms of the Black community. So, what are we going to see in terms of law enforcement, the justice system, prison reform? We talked a little bit about the judges that Joe Biden has lined up to be picked. And did anybody catch the swearing in of the new senators by our new Vice President Kamala Harris? Did anybody catch that? That was really hopefully not once in a lifetime, but definitely history making to have, our first Black vice president, first woman vice president, swearing in the newly elected senators, which included the first Black senator, elected from Georgia, Reverend Pastor Ralph Warnock. And, just a lot of exciting things happening. So please utilize the WOVU talkback line, utilize the WOVU email. You can connect with us through the website, wovu.org. That's www. Nobody says the three W's anymore. wovu.org. Just scroll down to the bottom and click on contact us, and you can send us an email. You can also send an email to this show. It's ovt@wovu.org. Tell me your thoughts. We have the WOVU talkback line number 216-200-7848. Shout out to Lady Red. She is just a wonderful spirit, a loyal, avid listener of WOVU and our voices today. So I just wanted to give a special shout out to her. She chimed into our panel discussion yesterday about the new presidency and the inauguration. So big shout out to Lady Red. And thank you again to all of our panel participants, Dick Peary, Mickey Smith, Nana Kwesi Ajare, Kermit Thomas, and Rabbi Ben Golson, and Inc. 216. Thank you so much for tapping in. And of course, Lady Red. So, we have like a limited time. This person is like super busy helping people, aiding them legally. Ha ha ha. But I'm going to go ahead and bring in our friend, our guest today, Mr. Danilo Powell Lima. He is the Development and Communications Assistant with the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland. Good morning, Danilo.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, listeners. I guess.
Hi, are you there? You're a little muffled.
I'm a little. How do I sound?
Okay, we can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. How are you doing, everyone?
Good,
How
good.
you doing, TC?
Good, very good. Happy to have you here. I've been wanting to, get the Legal Aid Society on the show for quite some time, because there are these services that Legal Aid Society of Cleveland provides for our community that a lot of people still don't know about. So, Danilo, tell us, what about the Legal Aid Society, what it does, and also, your role there as well.
Sure. So, a little history about the Legal Aid Society. We were founded in 1905, and we're the fifth oldest legal aid society in the world. And what we do is we help people with civil cases. So we actually have, in this country, we kind of have two different justice systems. We have a criminal justice system for things that are crimes like trespassing or some sort of assault. And in these kind of cases, the consequences are really severe, severe enough that you might be incarcerated. And so you're entitled legally to an attorney in these kind of cases. And then there are civil cases, things which aren't really crimes, but consequences can still be really severe, like eviction, loss of public benefits, maybe a divorce, maybe you have some problems with your child's education, you think they're being wrongfully expelled, maybe you've been wrongfully terminated from your job. These are all civil cases. And in the vast majority of these civil cases, you're not actually entitled to an attorney. So what the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland does is we kind of fill in that justice gap, and we provide representation and briefing to people handling these civil cases.
All right. So let me just, for those who couldn't hear you, you were going a little in and out towards the end there, but you said you help provide justice for people who, in these types of civil legal cases, who may not have access to attorneys.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Absolutely. So, you said it's the fifth oldest legal aid society in the country. Tell us a little bit about how did the Legal Aid Society come about, at its inception? Where did it begin?
Yeah, so it began. Okay, so yeah, it began here in 1905, and it was primarily, to provide legal assistance for low-income people and immigrants. It was just a group of of two private attorneys actually, who began work in 1905 to 1912. and they just took cases pro bono and helped people out that way.
Awesome. Awesome. And so, so you mentioned, you can get help with civil cases, not criminal cases, and things like evictions, divorces, educational system issues. Like you mentioned, your child gets expelled and you want to push back on that. Wrongful terminations from employment, all types of things, let's talk about evictions have been really big in the news all this past year due to COVID, people losing employment and, not being able to pay their bills, essentially being put out on the street. Talk to us about, what type of help Legal Aid Society provides, in terms of evictions.
Yeah, we definitely do a lot of help regarding eviction. Our housing practice group within Legal Aid is one of our largest practice groups. We do a lot of help regarding eviction. So one new thing specifically in Cleveland began on July 1st of last year is the Cleveland Right to Counsel program. And what this is it's a new law that provides access to an attorney for people facing eviction if they meet certain criteria. That criteria being, you're facing eviction and you have a child in your household, and you're facing, your income is 100% a federal poverty guideline. So for a family of two, that would be about $17,000. And if you meet those criteria, Legal Aid is the official service provider, and you are entitled to a legal aid attorney. And you can get in touch with us, and we can help negotiate with your landlord. We can help represent you in housing court. We can connect you to. Oftentimes, we connect people with rental assistance with some of our nearby partner organizations like Eden and CHN Housing Partners. So that's specifically the Cleveland Right to Counsel program. But even if you're not, if you're not eligible for Right to Counsel, but you're still low income and you're facing eviction, you can still get in touch with us and go through our intake line, and we can still help out with eviction.
Okay, and then for is there an income qualification for all of legal aid services, or can anybody access legal aid services?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's specifically for low income people. It's not. Yeah, it's not for everybody, but all services are provided free of charge.
All services provided free of charge. So I want to just reiterate for our listeners, there is this new program started in summer of last year called Cleveland Right to Counsel. And so if you are 100% below the federal poverty guidelines, you can access legal aid services for free. And, now that so many people are out of work, I mean, that encompasses a wider population than previously. So that is really important. Give us a phone number that people can call to access that program.
Yeah, so you can get in touch with us by dialing our toll-free number, 888-817-3777. There's also a couple of websites that you can go to. There's freeevictionhelp.org. That's the website between us and United Way. And there's a lot of information about getting in touch with us through there, as well as some more basic information about Right to Counsel and getting in touch with rental assistance, not just in Cleveland and Cuyahoga County, but also in Cuyahoga County, but also in Lake, Geauga, Ashtabula, and Lorain County, if we have any listeners tuning in from over there. You can also get in touch with us through our website, lasclev.org/contact. And, you can get in touch with us through there. We have an online intake portal, which is, it's nice. You don't have to, wait on the phone for someone to pick up. So we have multiple ways for you to get in touch with us. But for the moment, we are completely virtual.
Awesome. Okay, completely virtual, but you can still call and do an intake over the phone if you, maybe if you don't have access yet to virtual technology. But on the line with us is Danilo Powell Lima. He is the Development and Communications Assistant with the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland. We're going to take a quick break. If you have any questions for Danilo or myself about our conversation today about Legal Aid Society. Maybe you need some help with something and you're wondering if will Legal Aid Society be able to help you. Give us a call, 216-271-0959, 216-271-0959. You can also send a text to the WOVU Talkback line, and I will read your question over the air. That's 216-200-7848, 216-200-7848. You are listening to Our Voices Today on WOVU 95.9 FM. I'm TC Lewis. Danilo is on the line from the Legal Aid Society. Call in and text if you have any questions, and we will answer them on the air. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Richer and the poor don't get. Excuse me, but I get so mad. Where could we have been? What could we have had? Yeah, it's time to lose those shackles and break those chains. Now who is gonna stop you from being a man?
The Cleveland Consent Decree was established in 2015, which introduced policy changes aimed to eliminate excessive force by police officers. But here in 2021, we still have a long way to go. WOVU is partnering with the United Way of Greater Cleveland and the Cleveland branch of the NAACP as we discuss the Cleveland Consent Decree and its impact on police reform. Please join us for the start of a 10-month series of community conversations beginning on Wednesday, January 27th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. This free virtual event is open to the public and will be moderated by retired Judge Ronald Adrian, who presided for 36 years and is a nationally recognized expert on violence issues. You can find more information and register at www.brurl.co/CLE consent decree. That again is www.brurl.co/CLE consent decree. Once again, please join us for this free virtual event on Wednesday, January 27th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Because with your voices, we can work to improve our everyday lives and relations with the Cleveland Police in order to elevate change in the community. This message is brought to you by WOVU 95.9 FM, a Burton Bell Carr community radio station.
Hey listeners, here at WOVU 95.9 FM, we want to stay connected with you. So like our page on Facebook, which is WOVU 95.9 FM, or you can call our request line at 216-271-0959. Again, that is 216-271-0959. Also, don't forget to visit our website at WOVU.org. Keep it locked on WOVU 95.9 FM, a BBC community radio station.
What's up, guys? I'm Yoni Lokes.
It's E-Rock Beats.
It's Ray Huza.
And we are
Hot Nation. And you're listening to Burton Bell Carr Community Radio.
WOVU
95.9 FM.
It's time to make the short story longer. Yeah. Stand up, my people.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to Our Voices Today on WOVU 95.9 FM. I'm TC Lewis. We have Danilo Powell Lima on the line from the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland. He is the Development and Communications Assistant there. I mean, he is an excellent communicator, y'all. Like, first of all, iron sharpens iron. Thank you so much, Danilo, for putting up with my shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Totally appreciate you joining us on the show today, giving us, the pertinent information about Legal Aid Society. And hopefully in the future, we can cultivate more conversations around more specific topics, topics such as, child support, things that you may not think you would need to have an attorney or a lawyer present, during such proceedings. But a lot of times it really does affect the outcome when you have representation. I want to ask you why that is, but, talk about, quickly, like some situations where we might not think we need a lawyer or an attorney, but the outcome, it comes out better in your favor if you have legal representation there.
Yeah, well, I guess the short answer is, nearly every case you definitely want legal representation, but some things that you might not anticipate, maybe some tax issues. Maybe you're having some issues with the IRS, and an attorney can help help figure out that information a lot better for you. Most of us aren't trained tax experts. The tax system is very confusing. It's it'll be very helpful if you have someone by your side providing free assistance who is an expert in that field. Other money-related issues like debt, immigration. I think a lot of money issues. A lot of people might not think that might need an attorney for that kind of assistance.
Yeah. So tell us, okay, so I'll just give you the lowdown. Some guys here at WOVU yesterday, we were talking and they mentioned their issues that they've had in the past with the child support system. And, one guy, said he walked in, or he had a friend that walked into a child support hearing with a lawyer, and his outcome was far different than this other gentleman who went to his child support hearing and had no representation and just kind of got railroaded, he felt like, because he just didn't know what to expect. And so I think, having someone there who is versed in the situations, has experience and has dealt with those types of issues, it's always a good thing to have someone there by your side.
Yeah, it's important. You need someone there who can enforce your rights. A lot of the times people don't even know what precisely their rights are.
Right.
A lot of the times people don't know, maybe they need to, maybe they need to stall a little bit for more time to figure out what they're, how to prepare for their defense. And you need, average people just need that sort of assistance. Most of us, aren't anticipating these legal problems, and we're not prepared for them. So definitely important to have a teammate on your side.
Yeah, absolutely. When I think of Legal Aid Society, I do often think of tenants' rights, and we have rights everywhere in every arena that we are just definitely not aware of, that we can point to when we get into certain situations. I guess before I let you go, we'll get a little bit specific. Tell us some tenants' rights that people should be aware of that, we just may not be.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. So one thing that I see a lot just with the work that I'm involved in is a lot of times, say you have you're a tenant and your landlord is not you have some problems with some of the essential things in your house. Maybe you have a problem with the roof. Maybe there's a problem with the water. What you can do is you can stop paying rent to your landlord, and you can start depositing it into rent escrow with the housing court. And so, this provides sort of a financial incentive for your landlord to kind of fix their rent, or not fix their rent, but fix the housing conditions that are, causing problems for you and your family. And that's a totally legal thing that you can do to, give the money to the housing court, cut off a little bit of income for the landlord who may not be fixing or maintaining the property the way they should be. So that's something that comes up a lot.
Yeah, awesome. Well, let's give out the Legal Aid Society contact information. Once again, I'll start with the website. It's lasclev.org. You can find the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland online at their website, lasclev.org. And be sure, if you heard us talking about the Cleveland Right to Counsel program, you can access more information about that program by calling 888-817-3777. But is that also the main Legal Aid Society phone number?
Yeah, it's also our main phone number.
Gotcha.
You can get in touch with us through there. Also just quickly add on to that tenant information stuff.
Okay.
We actually have a tenant information line, which is a phone line that's available 24/7, where people can call with just regular tenant questions. Am I allowed to break my lease under these scenarios? What do I do if I receive a 3-day eviction notice? And so you can call the number for Cuyahoga County. It's 216-861-5955. And if you call us, we'll return your call within 1 to 2 business days. It's completely free of charge. and you're going to get an answer back about your specific housing question, housing situation, and you're going to get an answer back from one of our housing experts. So that's a resource available for anyone dealing with some sort of tenant problems.
Wow. Thank you so much. Danilo Powell Lima, you are the Development and Communications Assistant with the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland. Really appreciate you spending some time with us here on Our Voices today, and hopefully we'll have you back and, some other of your fellow comrades over there at Legal Aid Society of Cleveland. Thank you again, and, come back anytime, of course.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Totally. And so stay tuned, WOVU listeners. We'll be back with more of Our Voices today. Call in and share your voice, 216-271-0959. Of course, if you have any questions that you would like the Legal Aid Society to answer for you on future shows, send me a text, 216-200-7848, or send me an email at ovt@wovu.org. And of course, if you forget all that, just go to the website, wovu.org, and click at the bottom of the page, contact us, and you can send us a message there. So stay tuned. More on Our Voices today when we come back.
Why don't you open your eyes? Stand up for what you know is right. Stand up, my people. We're slowly dying.
Hi, this is Joy Johnson, Executive Director of Burton Bell Carr Development, also referred to as BBC. When you hear BBC, you may think of the British Broadcasting Company. We are actually named for 3 community leaders who served the Central and Kinsman neighborhoods in the past: Lonnie Burton, James Bell, and Charles V. Carr. Residents of the Central and Kinsman neighborhoods may be familiar with those names because we have the Lonnie Burton Recreation Center, we have Charles Carr Avenue in Garden Valley, we have the James Bell Pool on East 71st Street in Central. Many of our residents were alive when those 3 leaders served the community. Folks outside of the community sometimes think we're a law firm, a CPA, or that Burton, Bell, or Carr are people who work here and founded the organization. They were all deceased when Burton Bell Carr was founded in 1990, and the organization was named to honor their contributions to the neighborhoods. So now you know who we are: Burton Bell Carr Development.
Hi, this is Katie Dager with the National Kidney Foundation, and you are listening to WOVU 95.9 FM.
My name is Robert Johnson Jr., and you're listening to one of the best stations in the nation, WOVU 95.9 on your FM radio dial. Make sure you stick and stay and don't go away.
Hey everyone, this is Purpose, CEO and founder of Stiletto Boss Women's Group. I love listening to WOVU 95.9 FM.